Hey, what's going on? Once again, thanks for tuning back in to the Jude Life episode. Yeah, today's gonna be a good one, man. Listen, if you like what I'm doing and you're interested and you love it and it's moving you, just subscribe, man. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. It's a good thing because I'm here all about you. It's all about you. I want to motivate you, man. I want to give you inspiration. I want to get you up and going. I want you to get that venom going through your body. You understand? So listen, how you living? Really, how you living? Are you living to your potential? Or are you playing games with yourself? Because if you're not living to your potential, you have no use to anybody. You're not even of no use to yourself. I told you now, this is Venom talk. We're talking Venom talk here. Venom talk can sting. But it's always meant to inspire you, to make you move, to make you do the things you know you're supposed to be doing. It's kind of like that conscience and that speaks to you every once in a while. You're not conscious to tell you, hey, don't do this, don't do that. But then you go against that conscience. And when you go against that conscience, you figure the conscience was right. That's you speaking. The conscience is telling you. The conscience is being pragmatic with you, telling you what's good and what's bad, what's right and what's wrong. The conscience is telling you how to live to your fullest potential. You know you're not living to your fullest potential. Jordan Peterson is a guy I was listening to. He's a well-renowned psychiatrist and psychologist. Listen, guys, full disclosure. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. What I do is I live life and I seen things. I see different things that go on. I see some people that are stuck and don't understand how to get out of that, how to reverse that cycle, how to reverse that ancestry cycle. And you can do it, but you're not living to your potential. Well, how do I know this? Because a lot of us are against setting goals. You need to set goals. And the reason why I'm saying you need to set goals is because goals is what actually makes the venom circulate through your body. Goals is what actually puts you in a mind frame of intellectual being. See, when you set a goal for yourself, you put yourself in a position where you have to be accountable to yourself. That's the reason why most of us don't set goals. Because we're afraid of failing. Because failure hurts. You see what happens? I listened to Jordan Peterson. He was saying things like that. I mean, I'm not regurgitating word for word, but that was the concept. The concept was that we can't set goals for ourselves because we become accountable to ourselves. And once you become accountable to yourself, you put yourself in a position where it needs to be done. And it's hard for us to follow what we tell ourselves to do because we become very lackadaisical. We become very nonchalant about it. And the goals are never fulfilled. So you refuse to accept the failure. So rather than accept the failure, you just not put yourself in a position where you become goal-orientated, galvanized, motivated. There might be obstacles in your way. Those obstacles are not there to deter you. Those obstacles are there for you to move to the side, reevaluate, and continue with the goal. Because, you see, when you set forth a goal, your basic ability is to go ahead and focus on it. And there's nothing else around you that can stop you from doing it. This is why, how you living? How you living? Are you living to your potential? If you do not have a schedule on a day-to-day basis and follow that schedule on a day-to-day basis, you won't achieve that goal. So what do you got to do first? Propose a goal. Negotiate with yourself. It's okay. Jordan Peterson said, it's okay to negotiate with yourself. Punish and reward. That's that Venom. Yourself. Do it for yourself. You are the business. It's the business of you. You are the entire business. And you need to run yourself like that. Do you know how many hours of a day you waste? There was a study that was done with high school and college students. They say that high school students waste between 4 to 6 hours of a day, and then it transfers on to even undergraduate schools that you can waste between 4 to 6 hours a day. Just by doing nonsense stuff, just by not having calendars or not having schedules and plan for yourself, or even not even having a goal, just whimsically going through life, playing video games. The new Gen Z people that are here, just playing video games. Unless you monetizing that, then you just wait. You're doing yourself an injustice. That's a guaranteed fact. So 4 to 6 hours. So let's say, for example, you're a business. Okay, you're the business. You're the employee. You're the boss. You tell yourself, hey, I need you to do this type of job, this type of job. I'm going to be paying you an hourly rate. Let's say, for example, the average hourly rate right now is, let's say, $50 an hour. You're going to get $50 an hour. If you're wasting 6 hours a day, you're losing $300 per day. Almost $2,000 a month. That comes out to $100,000 a year. So you lost your business lost $100,000 a year. What are you going to do? Fire yourself. Correct? If you was a person that was hired someone to do a job, say, listen, I need you to do a job for me, and you're not performing the job to the best of your ability, you would fire that person. Now you begin to hate yourself. This is what I'm saying. Now you're beginning to hate yourself. Now you put yourself in a dark room where you don't want to do anything. You don't want to set any more goals, and you don't want to prosper. You don't want to work to the best of your ability. You don't want to do that anymore because you're afraid of failure. And what happens is, when you continue to be afraid of failure, and you're putting failure to the side, and you're not noticing your failure, you're going to fail one day. You're going to fail so big that you have no choice but to realize it. You are deep in the abyss. You are deep in the abyss. A lot of times people see the light. You can see the light then. Is that what it's going to take for you to understand? For you to be motivated? Is it going to take that? This is Venom talk here, man. I'm keeping it 100%. It's all about you. Sometimes you got to break things down and build them up again. Sometimes you got to break things down and reconstruct it, frame it out. You got to frame the whole thing out. You got to rebuild the foundation. Sometimes you got to die to be back. Get rid of that old person, bring back the new person. Reincarnation, reborn. We spoke about this already. This is serious talk. How you living? You see, what happens is this, man. As a woman, as a man, if you're not living to the best of your potential or to the best of your ability, then you're doing yourself an injustice. Not only you, you're doing yourself, God, your family, your job. You're doing everyone around you an injustice. Because you're not working as part of a cog system. So you have to have faith in yourself. And if you don't set those goals, small, big, large, and you can continually set goals, if you don't set them, then you begin to lose faith in yourself. The Bible tells you, you have the faith of a mustard seed. You can move mountains. You have to push yourself. You have to push yourself to the limit, or else you'll just never know your potential. You'll never know. you'll die. Jordan Peterson goes off to say, not in these words, but if you do not have purpose and if you do not set goals, it's like living in hell. You're ripping away a part of your body that needs to be generated at all times, and that's the intellectual mind. The mind becomes stagnant. Once the mind becomes stagnant, then you're stuck. The whole purpose of you to set a schedule, the whole purpose of you to set a goal is so at the end of the day, you feel better or you feel accomplished than when you started the day. If every day you get up and you do things that are not progressive, and at the end of the day you feel worse than you did in the beginning of the day as you woke up, you're doing something wrong. You're not being pragmatic. You're failing to reason with yourself. You're not having the conversation that needs to be had. See, this is the point that I'm reaching at right now. What is it that you're not doing that you need to be doing? Can you imagine this? Imagine if you was to listen to your conscience every time I spoke to you. Because 100% of the time, your conscience tells you to do the right thing. Very few times your conscience tells you to do the wrong thing. It's us in the flesh. See, I'm getting deep at you now because I'm spitting the venom. Now, it may make you upset, but it may also inspire you. It may motivate you. It may influence that mindset that's going to need you to get up tomorrow morning and say, hey, yo, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I need to do. This is the whole purpose of the Jew life. This is life. I'm talking about life, man. The pursuit of happiness. You need that. You deserve that. Unless you want to be crippled, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Correct? We, as individuals, need to know that just because you set a goal for yourself doesn't mean that you're a prisoner to that particular goal. It's going to motivate you. Just because you set a schedule for yourself doesn't mean that you're regulated to that schedule. That's the idea of running yourself as a business. The idea is that you're able to maneuver that schedule so that you can always do well in it. The idea is that you see that goal in front of you, and that's the goal that you want. That's the goal that you not wish for. That's the goal that you don't hope for it. Hopes and wishes don't work. What works is passionate desires. Passionate desires is what make things move. Your desire to achieve something is what is going to make you get it. Everything else gets out the way. If you're hungry, the only thing you're going to think about is getting food. That's it. Your conscience tells you, hey, listen, I gotta eat. I'm hungry. By any way in the world, no matter what comes across your path, you're going to try to get something to eat because that is your focus. Your goal is to put something in your stomach. And that simple fact is how everything should be. When you set that goal, then that's where you should go to. Set it. Plan it out. How you going to get there? Follow it up. Write the schedule down. See, the schedule is the trick to make things easy, man. I told you this before. If you do not work to your fullest capability every single day, you're going to render yourself useless. You're going to render yourself of no use to anybody. You can't be the perfect husband. You can't be the perfect father. You can't be a good friend. You can't be a good uncle. You won't be a good worker. You're going to render yourself useless. You're going to waste your time. You're going to find yourself in a dark place, wondering how'd you get here? Wondering what did you do to get here? I'm going to tell you what you did to get there, because you wasn't desiring to get anywhere else. You to have that burning desire. Okay? It comes from inside. Don't sit here and tell me that you don't need a burning desire. Do not sit here and tell me that you are okay with what you're doing. That's not a fact. We're pleasure seekers. We like happiness. Can you imagine if everyone worked to their fullest capabilities and their fullest potential? They left nothing on the table. They left no money on the table, took everything, and they worked to their fullest potential. Do you know you would find heaven on earth? And there's enough. It's in abundance. You'll see it once you get into that mindset, goal-orientated schedule of doing things and saying to yourself, this is what I desire. Not what I wish for. Do you understand? You see, the human mind knows what it's supposed to do. But for some reason, the flesh doesn't do it. You see? And that's where the how should I say it? The struggle comes in. We don't listen to ourselves. We begin to dislike ourselves. Oh, yeah. I'm going to say it, man. I'm going to say it. Are you living in the dark or are you living in color? I'm going to keep it real. 100% for you. It's for you I'm keeping it real for. 100%. Because somebody got to tell you. Somebody needs to tell you this, correct? Think about it. Think about it. What are your days like? You see? How you living? It was a pleasure talking to you guys, man. I'm hoping that what I said to you today is going to motivate you, inspire you, and galvanize you. Give you the ability to stand up and move forward. I'm hoping that what I'm saying to you right here makes you reflect on the person you are and see that you do have the ability to do certain things and you just choose not to. Sometimes you have to listen to your conscience, man. Well, where do you start? Are you worried about where you start? Where do you start anything? At the beginning. Start tomorrow. Start tomorrow changing things up. Start at the beginning. You don't start at the end. Right? You see where you want to be. You look to where you want to be. If your desire is to be wealthy, and you have a burning desire to be wealthy, then you could be that. And you're going to go through the process of being that. The first step is to set that goal. This is what I'm talking about. The first step is to check yourself and say, yo, how you living? How am I living? Am I living in such a way where I'm going to reach that goal? Am I putting the best of me forward so that I can multiply, be fruitful for everyone around me? In that system that I was talking about? Mastering your fate, mastering who you are. Correct? Being honest with yourself is the key here. Am I right or wrong? Thanks, guys. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming through. Once again, if you do like what I'm saying, if my words move you, if what I'm saying is getting you motivated to progress in life, is getting you motivated to climb that mountain, is getting you motivated to do the things that you always wanted to do in life, the time is now. The time is now. And I'm going to have a lot more things coming your way. I'm going to have a lot more things I want to say to you to get you pumped up, get you moving, get that venom going. That's what we need. Venom talk. How you living? Be good.